All right, it's April 2025. We're going to zoom through this month's newsletter. The Beacon Appraisal Report just came out yesterday, so we'll jump right into that. As I typically bring up first, here is the Bend median home price according to the Beacon Report. So it went up to $748,000. We kind of keep seeing this up and down, little effect here between 700 and 750. We've seen this for a little bit. As we're moving into summer, we're seeing this number go up, so we'll continue to watch and see how it goes. Okay, so next we're going to look at the number of sales, and I've talked about this one a lot when I'm at open houses and talking with buyers and sellers. And I want to share this chart. We talked about this a couple months ago, if you remember. This is according to the National Association of Realtors, and this is number of sales nationwide. So again, in 2023 and 2024, fewest number of sales we've seen since 1995, and then in 2021, it was the highest number of sales since 2005. I just wanted to point that out as we scoot over to the Beacon Report with the number of sales data there, showing in March at 122. This same time last year, there was 114, and in March of 23, there was 125 sales. So pretty consistent data there so far as we wrap up Q1 of 2025. Next, let's look at our days on market, how quickly the market is moving. We saw a drop here down to 32 days. Again, we've seen this cycle for the last few years that as we enter summer, spring and summer, the days on market drop. But the market is slowly moving slower. If you look back to March of 2024, the median days on market was 20. And then March in 2023, the median days on market was 13. Okay, next is the chart that shows the number of conventional transaction purchases versus cash. This is one everybody likes to talk about, so I love to bring it up. And we had 34 cash transactions in March compared to 78 conventional finance transactions. Again, if we look back of March of last year, there was 77. March of 23, there was 77. So again, Q1 looks a lot like Q1 of last year so far. Okay, the last Beacon chart we're going to pull up is months of supply. So they're showing 3 months of inventory is on the market currently. We did see this spike up to 4 in summer of last year, which is totally normal to see the number of homes on the market increase in summer. But the significant thing about last year was that was the highest level of inventory that we've had in about 10 years. And you can look back to the summers before, we were only hitting about 2 months of inventory. So this also leads to, I think it was a couple months ago, I showed this data. I pull this every single Friday, and I have for a number of years now. And if you guys remember this, so the top there is obviously, this is this week, and this was last Friday. I'm shooting this on April 8th right now. So our current active listings, there's 458, and then 130 have sold in the last 30 days. Now, if you look at this same time last year, the big significant change there is the active inventory. There was just 262. And remember, this is single family homes under an acre in Bend. So 262 last year, and we're already up to 458 this year. With all the economic uncertainty that's going on, and interest rates are still high, which we'll talk about in a second. The question is, are buyers going to purchase these homes quickly enough, or are we going to see a lot of inventory pile up? And then what does that do to prices? Eventually, will prices soften up? All of this is yet to be seen. So I don't want to make any wild predictions. We're just going to watch it unfold here in Q2. Okay, 2 more charts that I want to show you before we wrap this up. First one is our mortgage rates. Here's a chart showing 30-year fixed rate mortgage over about the last year. We saw really the valley of this back in September of last year when it hit just about 6%, and now we're back up to about 6.6. 1 year ago, it was about 6.8%. Okay, and finally, we'll talk about inflation. Obviously, there's a lot of conversation in the news about this. It has gone back up a little bit. We're sitting at about 2.8% right now. The Fed has continued to say the goal is 2%. All right, that's all I have for you this month. As always, thanks for watching.